In Greek mythology, Oizys, also known as Oizus, is the personification of pain or distress. She is one of the offspring of Nyx, or night, and is said to have been produced without the assistance of a father, according to Hesiod's Theogony. This begs the question, is there a Greek god of sorrow? While there isn't a specific god who is solely dedicated to sorrow, Oizys is often associated with the concept of sorrow and distress in Greek mythology. She is considered to be the embodiment of the feelings of misery and anguish that afflict mortals. Her name itself derives from the Greek word oizys, which means misery. In some accounts, Oizys is depicted as a dark and gloomy figure, wandering the earth and spreading her sorrow wherever she goes. She is often seen as a companion to other deities associated with suffering, such as her sister Moros, the personification of doom, and her mother Nyx, the goddess of night. While Oizys may not be as well known as some of the more prominent gods and goddesses of Greek mythology, her presence in the pantheon serves as a reminder of the pervasive nature of human suffering. The Greeks understood that sorrow and distress were an inevitable part of life, and they sought to personify these feelings in the form of Oizys. In some stories, Oizys is depicted as a figure who brings about sorrow and despair in the lives of mortals. She is often described as a shadowy figure, lurking in the corners of the earth and casting a pall of gloom over those she encounters. Her presence is said to bring about feelings of hopelessness and despair, leading mortals to question the very nature of their existence. In other accounts, Oizys is portrayed as a more sympathetic figure, who understands the pain and suffering of mortals and seeks to offer them solace. She is said to be a companion to those who are experiencing grief and despair, offering them a sense of understanding and compassion in their darkest moments. While Oizys may not have a dedicated cult or following in the same way that some of the more well-known gods and goddesses of Greek mythology do, her presence in the stories and legends of the ancient Greeks serves as a reminder of the universal nature of sorrow and suffering. Her role as the personification of pain and distress speaks to the ancient Greeks' understanding of the human experience and their desire to find meaning and purpose in the face of adversity. In the modern world, the concept of sorrow and distress is still very much a part of the human experience. While we may not worship Oizys or make offerings to her in the same way that the ancient Greeks did, her presence in the myths and legends of ancient Greece serves as a reminder of the enduring nature of human suffering.